back with the Arrma Gorgon project, and I already started without you, so let me catch up on what I've done. With 32.5 oil in the front shocks and 37.5 in the rear. This front shock still has a stock fluid in it. When I dumped it out, it was almost like water. It was full, but it was really watery. The whiz that comes in these, but it's really runny. You can see how fast this thing works. That's stock. This is with 32.5 in it. See that dampening? That's gonna put 32.5 in the other front shock. What happened to my light? Oh my God. The stock pinion was a 13. The only 32 pitch pinion I had here on hand was a 17 from the Slash or something. What is going on with this light? Fixed it, either that or my wife didn't pay the electric bill. I'm not sure. I can get through this real quick so we can get this baby to the track. 17 tooth pinion, because that's what I had. I'm going from a 13 to a 17. I hope it's not too much, but we'll see. A MyLapse transponder stuck in there so we can get some lap times, even though it kind of stinks because last time I did this, they didn't have the transponder system in because of the new track build. So we don't really have anything to compare it to, but it'll be fun anyways. The stock tires have no foams, and they work pretty good for being what they are. I was really surprised. So rather than cutting these or ungluing these and making foams for them and grinding these down, a buddy of mine, Tony, not Toony Tony, a different Tony. This is New York Tony. He left an Arrma Granite here about 3-4 years ago. He brought it for me to fix. He accidentally ran his transmitter over with his cargo van that I sold him in 2018. I don't know how this all happens. It's a true story. With a different receiver and Traxxas radio, and he never picked it back up. So this is the same size hex as this because they're both Arrmas. You put them on. These stick in a little bit more, but they're a tad bit wider. Same height. So it's going to be basically the same footprint. These have a nice foam in them, and you guessed it, all you gotta do is rig up a 14mm tool, and these are gonna be my slicks. Sorry, Tony, don't leave stuff at my house for 3 years. I know he's gonna watch this video too, that's gonna be even funnier. Let me get these shocks done, and then we're gonna rig up a tool for these tires and make these babies into slicks. And then we're gonna go to the track. Found just this random, I don't know, 3-4 inch bolt, and it has a 14mm head on it. And it fits in there nice and snug. Take this over to the drill press, drill down in there, tap it. So then I can use a regular 3mm hex screw to go down in, sandwich it, stick this end in the drill. We are producing slicks, baby. To the drill press. Coming out nice, feels good. That wasn't so bad. Actually, yeah, it's quite bad. Nothing but the best for my monster trucks. And right about now, I'm realizing the 17-tooth pinion is no good. The gearing's way too high, it has no punch, and it's got to go. The 17-tooth pinion's way too much for this little motor to push. I'm going to go put the stock 13 back on. It's no good like this. Just that little bit of run time and that motor's pretty hot. So it's definitely too big of a gear. In a chassis with 4 bolt holes, you can put a fan right on there. I think just running this half of the track is actually kind of fun for monster trucks. We got some competition for the Gorgon. Josh just showed up with his Bigfoot Stampede. Let's go take some laps and compare to this thing. Oh, look, he's a cheater. He's got brushless in there. I'm gonna get smoked. Oop. $170.
I found a set of dynamite hatchet wheels with a Marks and Truck style tread on them, but they're 2.8 instead of 2.2. And I put them on there. They're C2s. They were a little bit better. And still running the 30 weight wheel and stuff. I found as the truck comes into the turn, it's dipping a little hard in the front end. I was going to put 40 weight in the.
So what I'm realizing is, even though Josh's truck has brushless system and mine's the brushed, I guess, 12-turn motor. I'm not sure what Arrma is. I think it's 12-turn. His is a little quicker, but in the long run, it's really not that much difference. Look, we come up short on the same jumps. I think he's losing a little more traction because he has that little bit more punch, and mine's just so sluggish. It's really not spinning out too much, just maybe from me over braking in the corners. But yeah, I think it's a pretty fair fight here. Well, except for that. That was dirty.
I didn't realize I was going to clip you.
I'm glad Josh stopped up with the Stampede so we can kind of compare the Gorgon to his Stampede. He's been racing that Stampede for a while. He's got it pretty set up. He's got Pro-Line tires on it, brushless BLX system in it, and it gets around the track pretty good, but I was surprised. This was hanging right there with it. Seems like maybe he was having a little bit of traction problems. I don't know if it was his tires compared to my granite ground down slicks. Probably not. His tires felt really good on the bench. Probably because he has a little more horsepower in this. This doesn't really have enough horsepower to spin out a lot. His brushless system did. I think they were pretty comparable. I think I got down to a 29.5 maybe, 29.4, 3, 29 something. I didn't think that was too bad for basically bone stock Gorgon. 17 gear was no good. I went back to the 13. I actually ended up getting that triple a couple times with it. If you land just right and get on the gas at the right time, you can get over it, and that back double. Shocks felt a lot better with the thicker oil in there. I think it might be a little bit too thick though. At 32.5 and 37.5, I think I'm going to go 32.5 back here and maybe 30 in the front, or maybe even 27.5 in the front. I think that would be better for track conditions. This thing is crazy fun, especially for a $169 truck. I can't believe it. The slick tires definitely worked better. Once I watered it, we got some moisture in there. They were hooking up really good. I have nothing bad to say about this truck. This thing is fun as hell. I'm not even done driving this thing yet. I got an idea. I don't typically do this stuff. I'm going to throw the stock tires on. I'm going to take this thing outside and bash it around a little bit. I just don't want to stop with this thing yet. I'm not done. Is there any juice left in the battery? Come on, let's go. Wait, I got to put these tires on real quick. Then we'll go.